So it's about 8 AM. It's quite a nice morning so far. So there's Pen and the dog's over there. So this tent is the builders. They've come to do the foundations for the bungalow. So fingers crossed in 1 month from now we'll have foundations done. Started having some material delivered to pick up some of this wood yesterday. And this here is all the steel for the steel reinforced concrete. It's all that's happened so far is they've been cutting steel to length. So while the builders are here and they're kind of starting work, the dimensions are still not finalised, which is a bit silly, but that's the situation we're in. So when I put the mud pad down originally, it was supposed to be 13 metres wide. I added an extra bedroom, which increased the size by about 1 metre. And then I submitted my plans to the council, the Tessa barn, and they kind of followed my plan, but they also changed some things, a number of things. So this, for example, was supposed to be 1.5 in my plan, and they changed it to 2 metres. So the walkway around the outside's gone up to 2 metres. So instead of being 13 metres wide, we're now at 15 metres. And we're getting quite tight to the edge of the mud. I wanted the build to start 2 metres from the edge of the mud, and now we're at 1 metre. It's getting quite close. I don't know why the Tessa barn people change so many things. It's very strange. Now it's kind of a standard in Thailand to have 3 metre walls in your house. So that's what I wanted. I wanted 3 metre pillars here. And the Tessa barn decided they were going to make these 2.6 and these went up to 3.5. That all sounds a bit funny, right? Why did they do that? I'm not sure why they did that, but they did. That's the plans. So if you look here, they've made the wall height 3.429. It's supposed to be 3 metres. 3 metres is a big wall already. I don't want 3.5 metre walls. So from this point here, the roof was supposed to overhang 1.9 metres, and they've got it overhanging at 3 metres. So yeah, they really changed quite a few things. I thought I was going to live with their changes, like, you know, whatever, it still kind of works, no problem, just get on with it. But it was only yesterday I saw that they'd made my walls 3.5 metres. I don't want 3.5 metre walls. Bang Bang stolen this kid's toy. Jesus. Yeah, the dogs are in there causing chaos. So yeah, the Tessa barn changed loads of stuff. I don't want 3.5 metre walls, thanks very much. That extra half metre is going to cost me money in bricks and paint and whatever. Increasing the dimensions of the whole house is just going to cost me more in potential air conditioning costs or whatever. So I don't want that. So anyway, today, part of what I'm going to do is go and figure out how to make adjustments to their plan to get the bungalow back in line with what I want. But it's still early, so I think I'm going to go and do a bit of digging. So on this side of the farm, I'm still working on smoothing out the mud a little bit. Got some holes here and there, so I'm going to go around and fill a few of them in. But me and Pen weren't here when all the trees were put in. We were still in the UK at the time. So the way in which some things were done have left a lot to be desired. So we've got to go around correcting things. But as you can see, it is getting smoother. I'm not trying to get it perfect, but you know, in the future I want to look down here and I want a nice grassy, tree-lined avenue, and I want it to be nice and flat. So that's that, I think. I'm running out of steam now. It's nearly 11 o'clock. I'll go get a shower and head off out for lunch. What's going on, Pen? Have you finished your spraying?
I finished spraying.
So what are you going to do then? You coming out for lunch or are you going to stay here?
I stay here.
Is Peachy coming?
I think so, yeah.
There's quite a few workers here, all beavering away. So they brought their own paddling pool with them. They've got the boy sitting in there in the shade of the tree. Right then, let's go. Off into town. So I'm just coming into town now. I really like this town. It's called Nasan, Suratani. It's a nice, quiet town, but at the same time it's just about busy enough to keep it interesting, if you know what I mean. Loads of places to park. This is where I like to park here. Not blocking anyone's business and not blocking the road. So this is what I like. Nice quiet town, park where you like. C-Class Merc. In England you wouldn't look twice at that, but over here that's a real status symbol. Foreign cars really expensive over here. You've got to pay 100% import. So that costs double over here. So maybe that's a 50 grand car in the UK. In Thailand that costs you 100 grand. It's really expensive. There's a few little shops along here. A few restaurants and stuff. I've got a feeling a lot of them don't make very much money, but I don't know. See, there's a lot of Chinese lanterns along here. A lot of people in Thailand are descended from Chinese. I think there used to be immigration in the past from China to Thailand, and they settled here and then, you know, naturalized into Thailand. Sitting in the cafe, trying to change the roof design a little bit. So I've come up with two options. One where I can change it to 3 meters, and one where I can change to 3.2 meters. So this cafe I'm in is called Indea Cafe and Bistro. It's quite good in here because it's quite comfortable. I've got a couple of air conditioners and there's a fan right behind me. And they've got a fairly decent menu and they've got loads of good drinks. So they've got loads of coffee choices and all kinds of smoothies and ice cream drinks, and it's pretty good. This is my lunch. It's crab fried rice with a fried egg. I've got a honey, lemon and yogurt smoothie. It's pretty nice. So that's the lunch sorted out. I figured out the two little drawings I wanted to do, so it's off back home now. See what's going on when we get there. Nearly back home now. So let's go and see what Pen's up to over there. So what are you doing? You're just tying all the metal together. So that's how it's done. So then they make those pieces into metal tubes like this. So this is what they're making here. These are the footings for the foundations of the bungalow. These are going to be buried underground and encased in concrete. I think we're having roughly 26 footings, so they've got to make 26 of those things. I'm not sure where this wood comes into play yet. The guy said he wants the wood to make it stronger. I don't know why the wood's there. We'll find out about that later. So this is our foundation plan. Each one of these little squares is where there's going to be a footing with a pole on top. Nothing here. Little square, little square, little square. So we're proceeding with the house build even though I haven't got the quote for the price of the roof yet. It does feel a little bit silly to start the build without knowing what it's going to cost exactly and without knowing what the design is going to be exactly. But I'm keen to just press ahead anyway. What's the worst that can happen? I think we'll get it all figured out, and whatever it ends up costing is going to be an order of magnitude cheaper than it would be in the UK. So whatever. What you doing, Gorgie? What you doing? Come on then, we're going digging. Come on, wanna come digging?